Proving trig identities using double angle identities. All right, so these are just like the proving trig identities from the previous section when we did trig identities. Um, it's just we have something new. We have double angle identities that we can use here. I have two examples for you. One of them is one where we are going to try to end on a double angle. The other one is one where we start on a double angle and try to move out of a double angle. So a few things here. It's a lot easier, in my opinion, to go from a double angle out of it because you just use the formula to begin with than it is to go the opposite direction. Sometimes when you start these, you need to think about where you're going before you start moving in any direction at all. Alex is going to force you to start with the left-hand side, so it will force you to start with cosecant squared x over 2 cotan x as your starting point. So I want to think about where I'm headed in the future. So I know that cosecant of 2x, this is going to be 1 over the soulmate of cosecant is sine of 2x. And I know sine of 2x, that's something we have a double angle identity for. Sine of 2x from our double angle sheet down here is 2 sine x cosine x. So right here, let me highlight it. This is 1 over 2 sine x cosine x. What we're looking for, so I'm looking forward to this thing. Okay, if I can get to this step, then I know how to move. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 1 over 2 sine x cosine x. And that will lead me into the cosecant of 2x. Now, when I look at something like this, my initial thought is, well, I can change that into sines and cosines. So that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter which one you do first, if you do reciprocal first or if you do quotient first. With Alex, you do have to do them in separate steps, though. I'll go ahead and do the reciprocal one first. So cosecant, that's 1 over sine squared x, reciprocal of cosecant squared x, all over 2 cotangent x. So the rule I used here was reciprocal, reciprocal. I will say that every time. Okay. For cotangent, that's a quotient rule. So that's 2 times cotangent is cosine, oops, happened there, cosine x over sine x. Quotient identity. Now, to get rid of the sine x's, I could just multiply by sine x, and then I would need to do it again on top and bottom, because if I multiply just once by sine x, that is going to cancel down here, but I have 2 copies up here. So really needs to happen, maybe the way I'll write this is like this, times sine x, so you can see the 2 copies. What I'm really multiplying by, though, is sine squared x, because sine squared x is sine x times sine x. I'm doing it by 2 of them so that this whole thing down here cancels, right? This cancels with the 2 copies here. Down below, only 1 copy will cancel. And you're left with a 1 on top. On the bottom, you have 2 cosine x sine x. All you've done to get from the previous step to here is algebra. And then we said, hey, that's neat, nifty, handy. Love that because, hey, 2 cosine x sine x, that was what we were looking for. That right there is sine of 2x. So this is sine of 2x because sine of 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x. And it doesn't matter the order that that's in, right? And we did that by a double angle identity. And then I like make this all in one line. That would be great. because this is equal to cosecant of 2x, because 1 over sine of 2x by the reciprocal rules, 1 over sine of 2x is cosecant of 2x. And there you go. That is the right-hand side. And it is obligatory to give it a smiley face. There it is. All right, so that's the harder direction in my opinion. Going down here, we are going to be starting with 1 plus cosine of 2x all over sine of 2x. And our goal is to make it into cotangent x. So clearly I'm going to be using formulas here. I know that for sine of 2x, there's one formula to use. So I'll just start there. Why not? 2 cosine, 2 sine x cosine x. This will end up being double angle. I can do both these double angle formulas at the same time because they're both double angle formulas. I just need to decide what to do for cosine of 2x because my choices are cosine of 2x is equal to cosine squared x minus sine squared x, or 1 minus 2 sine squared x, or 2 cosine squared x minus 1. And I have fun and nifty news for you, and it's that regardless of which of these you choose, you are eventually going to get to the right answer. Just some ways are going to require less algebra than others. So here's my smart, nifty way of figuring out which of these might be the best. I'm looking at this. I know I'm looking to fill in just the cosine of 2x spot, right? So there's going to be a 1 plus in front of it. And I know at the end of the day, my hope is that this turns into like a singular cosine over sine, really, right? A cosine over sine. So if I want that to happen, I'm going to need to get rid of this 1 here. This 1 isn't going to be very useful to me. And I look at these formulas and I notice that this formula right here has a minus 1 in it. So if I use that one here, that will cancel out that 1 plus. So that's what my thought process tells me is I should start there. So I will. 2 cosine squared x minus 1. I can do both at the same time. That's okay. The 1 and the minus 1 on top cancel. So I have 2 cosine squared x all over 2 sine x cosine x. That is algebra that I did there. Just a little simplification. I can simplify even further here. I have 1 cosine on the bottom that can cancel with one of them on top. And then I have these 2's that will cancel. So I'm left with cosine x over sine x. All I've done here was algebra to get to that step. I just canceled stuff out. So that was algebra. And then cosine x over sine x, that is cotangent x, which is what I was hoping for. That is a quotient identity. And there it is. Yay, hip hip hooray, right-hand side. And there you go. So they're not bad. It just takes a tiny bit of practice. All of these are going to be available for you on your test. So that's, I think, all I have to say for the, oh no, why? I forgot to change this footer here. You can tell I copied and pasted the page from another section because it has the wrong footer. Okay, I'm going to change those things. There's 2 changes I'm going to make in here before I post it. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye.